So today I'm way down here in South Texas in the Brownsville area, the Palo Alto Battlefield National Historic Site. When Texas was a sparsely populated state in the new country of Mexico, its boundary was actually at the Nueces River, which flows from the western portion of the Texas Hill Country to Corpus Christi, where it enters the Gulf of Mexico. It wasn't until after the Battle of San Jacinto, when the Texan army captured Santa Ana, that they forced him to accept the boundary at the Rio Grande, aka Rio Bravo. However, in the decade that followed, Mexico still controlled the lower Rio Grande Valley, including Laredo. 10 years later, in 1846, shortly after the Republic of Texas was annexed into the U.S., Zachary Taylor came and established Fort Brown across the river from Matamoros, Mexico, at present-day Brownsville. At this time, Mexico had not given up its claim to Texas, and they attacked U.S. troops as they were traveling to the fort, precipitating the Mexican-American War. So today we're going to explore the locations of the first two battles of the Mexican-American War and a couple of other battlegrounds that happen to be in the area. So this is certainly something you'd have to deal with in a battle. This is a resaca, otherwise known as an oxbow lake, right here at the battle site. Basically an abandoned river channel. It's still really swampy. So now we're at Resaca de la Palma battle site, fought the day after the Battle of Palo Alto, just to the north. So here's a map to get you oriented. You can see the first battle of Palo Alto right here on May 8th, and then May 9th, the second battle fought right here. And then it moved into Mexico after that. So this map shows how the Mexican troops were positioned around the Resaca de la Palma as Zachary Taylor approached. So here's the Resaca de la Palma, the natural boundary around the edge of this battle site. Nice little side trail through the trees here. Really pretty. This might be a great place to do some bird watching, as there are many tropical species down here in this part of Texas. So swift was the advance that the enemy had only time to fire 2 rounds from his batteries before our troops, with yells and shouts, charged in amongst them. So then they advanced into Mexico. The Cortina Wars are an interesting chapter in Texas history, and one of the battles was fought right here in western Cameron County. Juan Cortina was popular amongst poor Mexicans that lived on both sides of the river. He was a bit of a revolutionary, felt like poor Mexican settlers were being mistreated, and fought on their behalf. There were several skirmishes in the border areas from 1859 in through the 1870s. Ultimately, he became governor of the state of Tamaulipas in northeast Mexico. So I'm here near Boca Chica Beach at the site of the last battle of the Civil War, the Battle of Palmito Ranch, one in which the Confederacy won rather easily. They had no reported deaths. Meanwhile, the Union had 111 men killed, wounded, or missing. And so here's a map of the battlefield. So where I'm standing right now, I'm on top of Palmito Hill. You can see this rise in the landscape above the surrounding coastal marsh. And so we're right here where this star is, and just to the south of us, you can see where the battle took place. So you can see this took place over a period of a couple of days, May 12th through May 13th of 1865. So just off the highway to Boca Chica Beach, on a side road, which I believe is called Palmito Hill Road, you've got this no longer maintained parking lot and multiple historical markers that talk about this battle and the Civil War a little bit. Fortunately, it is clearly no longer maintained, but just some interesting history about how the Civil War affected this part of Texas. You had Hispanics that fought for both the Confederacy and the Union. And then here you have this nice historical marker surrounded by overgrown weeds. So there you can see Palmito Hill rising above the surrounding coastal plain. And over to the right is the ranch where the battle took place.
Where